Welcome back, all you Vikings fans. And today we have another group of coaches and head coaches and director of sport operations to go ahead and meet and learn a little bit more about them. So joining us today is our new director of men's basketball, Barry Barnes, our director of track and field and cross country, Gabe Rivera, Julio Jimenez, who goes ahead and serves as our head coach for men's cross country, and Karen Vigilant, who serves as our head coach for women's cross country. Welcome, all of you.
Thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
So let's start off, Barry. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and how did you get to Long Beach City College?
By way of Lakewood High School. I played at Lakewood High School in 1982. Ended up graduating from Lakewood High School and then signing with Cal Poly Pomona. But I really liked the coaching staff with Bill Frazier and Gary Anderson. So I decided to come back home, play for Coach Bill Frazier and Gary Anderson. And then right after Long Beach City, I went to Biola University, played there for 2 years. And then after I got done at Biola, in 1991, Coach Anderson became the head men's basketball coach. And I ended up coming back, coaching with him for 2 years. And then here I am today, being Coach Anderson's assistant, ended up being head coach for Long Beach City College. And then Coach Anderson ended up being my assistant coach. So that's the yellow brick road that coming back to college to coach.
It comes full circle, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Gabe, how did you get to Long Beach City College?
Well, for myself, I was, of course, I was a track and field athlete throughout my athletic career. Always, athletically involved in basketball as well. Competed in college, first at the junior college level, then at the 4-year level. After my career was done athletically, I knew I wanted to coach, so began, that coaching career, that long road. So for the past 16 years, I've been involved in college athletics, within cross country and track and field programs. I started off as a junior college coach and then eventually a small Division II school in New Mexico, Eastern New Mexico University. I was there for 2 years, then at University of Illinois at Chicago. My family, my immediate family has been in California for a long time though. So when the opportunity arose for the position here at Long Beach City, I knew it was, I knew from before just a historical perspective of the program, the success, that I just wanted to be a part of it. I was very fortunate to be given that opportunity, and we'll be going into my 4th season this upcoming fall. So I'm extremely excited about that.
Great. Karen, tell us a little bit about your background.
Local product. I went to Wilson High School, and then from Wilson High School, I signed a letter of intent to go to West Virginia. But when I got there, I hated it. So I ended up coming back, and I was running for Coach Lanning and Ron Alice, that is currently on our staff right now. And after leaving Long Beach City College, I got a full scholarship at Arizona State, which back then was Pac-10. Now it's Pac-12. And after I graduated, came back, thought I wanted to be a speech pathologist, ended up teaching elementary school, and I got a call from Mickey Davis. Hey, Karen, have you ever thought about coaching? I was like, nah, don't want to coach. Then she called me again, are you sure? I said, okay, I'll give it a try. And then I end up going through the interviews, getting the job, and what a dream come true. Never thought that I would be doing what I'm doing now, So I'm back at Long Beach City College. This is the best place for me and the best college ever. So I'm just giving back.
Great. Julio, tell us about your path.
Yeah, so I grew up locally in Pico Rivera, ran cross country and track there, did pole vault and track as well. Then went to Chico State, competed there for 4 years, and working on my bachelor's in exercise physiology. Initially, I wanted to do physical therapy, and then just being involved with the sport, both sports, I found this passion for coaching and developing athletes, and just seeing the progress in every athlete developing. So I just, while I was there, I enrolled in the master's program of kinesiology, and I focused in altitude training and biomechanics. And during grad school, I was also able to assistant coach Gary Town for cross country and track. And once I I was done with the master's program. I was kind of ready to move back home. And fortunately, there's a position open at Long Beach City College, which isn't just 20 minutes from my hometown. I applied, I interviewed, and yeah, now I've been at Long Beach now. This is my 7th year, but yeah, it's been great. I mean, I came in when I was 24 years old, and I've just been growing since with the sport and with the school, and it's been an awesome experience so far.
Well, we can do the math. We know how old you are, and thank you for adding you to this group. Julio, I know you've used some apps on the internet with your athletes while we've been in this COVID-19,
Right.
just to try to keep them fit. Tell us a little bit about what that's been like to try to train your athletes.
Yes. So currently we meet twice a week. We do Zoom workouts online. I also, while we're doing those workouts, I record with my tripod camera. I record myself doing the workouts. Not the best demonstrator as far as vocally with some of the YouTube channels out there, but I have that just in case some of the kids do miss them. But not just through COVID-19, but year round, I have my athletes use Strava. So with Strava, you could, it's a free app. You could use it with your phone, you could use it with your GPS watch, and you could link them. And I'm able to see, every athlete on the team has this app, and I'm able to see their route, how much they run, how fast they run, where they run, maybe why they stop for 10 minutes. And then I'll ask them on the comments on Strava, like, hey, what happened here? Are you okay? And so we've been using this app for about 4 years now. I've been using it for about 8. And for, I think this is an app that, not just runners could use. This morning I went on a 20-mile bike ride, and I was able to use Strava and see my pace and, my heart rate and all of that stuff. So it's a really neat app, and anyone that likes endurance sports, that's something I would definitely recommend. And again, it's free, and I've been using it. Our whole team uses it. And that's, we're going to continue using that throughout, even after COVID-19 is over. So.
Terrific. And Karen, I've heard rumors that you do workouts online for your athletes, and that you're becoming sort of the exercise queen on all of this, because we have some people on our staff and others who join these workouts remotely, and word is getting out that they're absolutely terrific. Tell us about what those workouts consist of.
Well, thank you. We're doing a Zoom workout. We meet every Tuesday and Thursday as well, and then we give the students the opportunity to catch up on their homework on the other days. Yes, we use Zoom for a workout, and the crazy thing about it, I think I'm young doing it, but at the end, woo, it kicks my butt too. But maybe for the students, because they're a lot younger than I, they breeze through it. But the main focus of it, because we're practicing social distancing and safeness, we're just making sure their hip flexors, their quads, hamstrings, just like injury prevention, to strengthen their core and the muscles that really execute for speed work when we finally get a chance to go outdoors. So yes, we've invited a couple staff members at Long Beach City College to join us in to just show them that we really are engaging with the students. And it's a great opportunity for us to still see them and connect with them and make sure that they're staying somewhat in shape. And we can talk to them and look at them, are you doing your work? Because there's no better indicator than the eyes if they're actually doing something. So It's a great opportunity for us to still connect with our student athletes.
Gabe, you're the director of track and field cross country. You've got, you're required to go ahead and organize things, oversee the two other people here on this screen, in Julio and Karen, work with some volunteers that come in, somebody like Ron Alice, who's a legend in track and field, not just here in Long Beach or Southern California, but nationally and internationally. Tell us a little bit about that process of organizing your coaching staff and working with 4 different teams, in essence, and making it all come together.
Well, that's a good question. The key with all that is really just having a good cohesive working group of coaches. So I'm very fortunate to have the staff that we do have with Ron Alice, Coach Karen, Julio, and then our other staff members that are, all our other assistant coaches on staff. So we really, have found a niche, I think, within our own coaching group and our community, within our staff, that allows all the coaches to kind of know their role and what place they're, and what they're doing with the program, in regards to whether it's recruiting, creating workouts, the administrative functions of the program. Very blessed in that regard. As we recruit, this semester and going into the summer, and as we've been doing through the entire fall, been really fortunate in having Coach Julio really take the charge with the distance runners, and then Coach Karen, myself, and Coach Ron really taking the charge with the track and field group. So as we, really progress through this, COVID-19, we're really starting to see our fall roster start to line up, and it's looking really good from what we have going on.
Great. And Barry, you're new to the director's position of men's basketball, having transitioned from a part-time coach, stipend coach that comes on and works with our team for the last number of years. That position had always been previously a full-time position, and now we've got you back into a full-time position and are looking for great things from you. But tell us a little bit about how you envision this transition going into a full-time role starting this summer.
First of all, I would like to thank you for helping me out in that area, of being able to get the position, and just very fortunate. And I think with the people that, from talking to my former colleagues, like Karen have shared a lot with me as far as what I'm looking for to do in that position. I talked to Peabody as well, and looking forward to get with Gabe so I can get to talk to him to see what it is. But it's I'm looking for a new journey, and I'm up for the challenge, and I know it's a lot of work, and I'm gonna be prepared for it, and to do a great job. Yeah.
Well, it's something that you've certainly earned. Nobody has given you that. And I think one of the great things about this group is the longevity that you've had both in coaching and now at Long Beach City College. I think the stability factor that I've seen with the coaching staff at Long Beach City College is really something special and unique. So let me ask you this question. If a young person is thinking about coming to play for you or compete for you and wanting to come and get an education, further their academic career at Long Beach City College, why should Long Beach City College be at the top of their list, both as a student, but also for somebody who wants to come and participate in your sport? Why don't we start with you, Gabe?
Well, the first thing they can do, if anybody's out there that hasn't heard from us yet, they can, they're more than welcome to reaching out to us on our website, on the Vikings website. We do have an athletic questionnaire, both a general questionnaire for all our athletic programs, not just, cross country, track and field, but if there's any sport they're interested, they can always fill out that athletic questionnaire. Additionally, if any athlete's interested, they can also go to our specific cross country or track and field webpage, and we have an athletic questionnaire on there as well. So the athletic questionnaires are very good about reaching out to athletes if anyone's interested. In addition to that, reaching out to us directly is an easy way to reach out, to get in contact with us as coaches and for us to make those connections. But in addition to that, we have a good working relationship with all our local high school coaches to get our feelers out there in regards to finding student athletes that are competing at that high school level. And even though the season was cut short, we are aware of a lot of the talent that's out there in the Long Beach area and the city of Long Beach, surrounding communities. And the big thing is, being really diligent, obviously, not only in your studies, but your academics, and, meshing the two together. There's not too many athletes we feel that we let fall through the cracks. There's a ton of people that we reach out to and get a hold of. So really being able to compete at the next level really comes down to dedication as a high school athlete, putting forth the work ethic and commitment in your sport to really, let yourself shine athletically. In addition to that, focusing on your studies is key, because whether you come to Long Beach City College or you go to a 4-year university, at some point I tell all the recruits and all the kids that I speak with, you're going to be involved in your profession at some point. You're an athlete now, you're 18, 19 years old. But at some point, you're going to be a 40-year-old individual. You're going to be involved professionally. in your career. So making sure you come in and have that, background and understanding that the academics are extremely important. We're here to help those student athletes to be successful. We want them to be, successful not only in the field of play, but also, in their academic careers, so that they can move on to the next level, 4-year level, then, professionally after that, in regards to their careers.
Karen?
Well, for me, when I'm recruiting an athlete, I always let them know what Long Beach City College has to offer. You're going to get a great education because Long Beach City College is not like any other college. Academically, you're going to get a great education. And then athletically, you're going to be surrounded by talented group of individuals. And for me, what I say, I always joke and say, I was a sugar honey iced tea, so I'm trying to impart a little bit of me in you. So it's my job always to make sure that they shine. And not only are they going to get a great academic experience, athletic experience, but personal experience. Because at Long Beach City College, we're a family. So I always let them know now that when you come to Long Beach City College, you're a part of a family. And I'm the mother in the family. So come to Long Beach City College and together we'll shine. That's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for us to shine. For you to be great and for me to be great too.
That's right. You want to make sure you keep mama happy on this, right?
Yes.
Karen, I've asked the same question of others, and frequently that's the answer. We're a family.
Mm-hmm.
Julio?
Yeah, I think, for me personally, I went to a high school that was 95% Hispanic, went to a university somewhere around 60, 70% Caucasian. So, there wasn't much diversity, and I came to Long Beach and I just see all colors and faces, and it's great. So, I always tell students during their recruiting trips and whatnot, sometimes the parents ask me, okay, I always ask this question, but what does Long Beach have over in this school or that school? And personally, just being able to work with individuals from all backgrounds, socioeconomically or ethnically and whatnot, I think it's a huge part that you don't get just in the classroom or in the field. It's something that, you're just surrounded by. And I think that's something that gets overlooked sometimes, but at Long Beach, you get experience that almost every day, just with your teammates or in the classroom, walking around through the halls. Like I said, it's coming from a high school that's 95% Hispanic. I never had that. And as far as athletically, Long Beach is very diverse too. We got Signal Hill, where we go and do hill workouts. We have El Dorado Park and Hartwell Park that are just down the street. We have the coast, 5 miles down the line. So as far as, and the facilities too, we're building this whole aquatics and soccer fields facilities just on the west side of our campus. And the access to the gyms that we have, as well as the track, I couldn't ask for any more than that. And I think that's something that, as far as diversity, I can't think of any surrounding junior college around the area that's just as diverse as we are.
And Barry?
You come to Long Beach City College, just to touch on the other three coaches here. You come to Long Beach City College, you're going to get a great academic. You're going to get a great support, not only from the coaches, but from the student counseling, from the student representative we have here. And just look at the tradition of the great athletes that came through Long Beach City College. So with the academics, great athletes that participated in sports here, and the great family foundation, like I stated earlier. And when you look and read throughout the bios of all of our coaches here, it's a family. You have Karen, like she stated earlier, she graduated from Wilson. I graduated from Lakewood High School. And it's just a big family, and it's an extension of a family, and making them feel more comfortable. Because like I said, the most important thing when I recruit my athletes is not only getting the support academically, not only getting the support as for a team experience, but do you feel comfortable and do you feel like you are at home? And I think that's what Long Beach City College does, and they do a great job of that.
For sure. And I want to compliment all of you, because you really do keep the athletic and the academic pieces fitted together for student athletes that many other places perhaps don't do quite as good a job in emphasizing both those areas, academics and athletics. And the family piece is amazing how many people have come to Long Beach City College. And Barry, you just touched on it. I think back to Craig Dykema, who I saw Craig play at Long Beach State when I first arrived 40 years ago at Long Beach State, never realizing that he was a Long Beach City College basketball player before that. And Craig went on and got drafted by the Phoenix Suns and played in the NBA for a while. So we really do have a tradition of athletics that goes beyond Long Beach City College to 4-year and Olympians and professional athletes as well. Going around the room, I want to know your favorite musical group and your favorite song by that group. Barry, you're first.
Oh, wow, I got a lot. I'm gonna go with Luther. He's not a group, but it was one of my mom's favorite artists was Luther Vandross, and a house is not a home. And I remember my mom listening to that, and he's gone so too early. So I'm Luther Vandross for me.
Luther, what a voice! What a voice! Julio.
I had to check my Spotify real quick. I was like, I don't know who it is right now, but I think I grew up a lot with I think it was Metallica and Red Hot Chili Peppers. But I want to say the song, I just heard it the other day, Sad But True from Metallica, it was always on my playlist to warm up. So, and I heard it the other day and I was ready to go work out again. But yeah, that's what Spotify says, Metallica and Red Hot Chili Peppers. So.
Karen?
I have more than one. So sorry, I'm gonna say the ones that I have. I'm gonna pick 3. Okay. The first one is Miranda Curtis. It's You Are My Strength, gospel song. It goes, you are my strength, strength like no other. So I listen to that every morning to be strong when I'm going out for battle. And then another one is So Will I. The Elevation group sings it, but I like it, the one that Osby Berry sings. It's saying that everything worships God, and so will I. So I like that. And last, because I'm Caribbean, I listen to soca and I listen to Farmer Nappy. He's one of my favorite soca artists, when I'm not in the spiritual mode and I want to go into worldly aspects, I listen to soca.
If I know we was going to be singing, I would have blasted on a little.
Oh, you got a voice on you? You got a pipe? So yeah, so I listen to a lot of inspirational music and then soca. So those are my main 2 genres that I listen to.
Okay. Gabe, how about you?
I'm an 80s guy. I love my 80s music. You can't go wrong with a little bit of Hall & Oates. But just like Barry, I love me some Luther Vandross as well. So, I think in regards like genre 80s, I'm all about the 80s.
Okay, yeah, 80s.
Well, terrific. I'm going to close with this by asking each of you to tell us one thing about yourself that most people don't know about you. We've already now know what your type of music is and what you enjoy, but give us one thing that people wouldn't think or guess about you, and understand that once you tell us, the whole world will know. So make sure it's something that you're not too reluctant to share.
Oh, wow.
Gabe, let's start with you.
For me, I'm actually a really good artist. Believe it or not, back when I graduated high school back last century in 1999, I was voted most artistic in the high school yearbook. So I started off, my first major in college was actually graphic design. And then quickly from there, I love sports so much, I transitioned to where I'm at now. But believe it or not, I started off as an artist.
Well, Lauren's going to take advantage of you now that she knows that. Barry?
Oh, wow, I'm just here thinking. Well, I guess a lot of people don't know that I come from a very big family. And I have 8 older brothers, and I have 3 sisters. And I'm the second youngest in my family. So kind of grew up with my sisters. So I do have my, my emotional side and my passionate side, and I do have my sensitive side from growing up with my three sisters. So coming from a large family, by way of New Haven, Connecticut, which is an hour or so away from New York. So I'm an East Coast guy, but I live on the West Coast now. So,
And the home of Yale University in New Haven.
absolutely.
Julio?
Yeah, so I've always had this interest in computers, and right now we have a lot of free time. So I've been working through LBCC on the cybersecurity certificate. So I'm actually taking my second course now through LBCC to work on that project. And yeah, I mean, it's fun. So I'm on my computer a little bit more than what I was used to. I didn't think I was going to be learning again, but here I am. So yeah, it's going down that path.
Terrific. And we're going to save the best for last. Karen?
Yes, that is. I'm a really good cook. I can cook and throw down. And also, I can make some moves too. I'm a really good dancer as well. You wouldn't know by looking at me.
I would know by looking at you. Well, I just want to thank all of you for taking time out of your day to be on this call and allowing our fans and those who follow Viking athletics, and especially in your particular sports, to get to know you a little bit better. It is a wonderful place to be. We continue to go ahead and pile up championships, and we continue to graduate our student athletes and have them move on to four-year institutions. And that's a wonderful thing, but we also prepare our student athletes for life. And you're a big part of that preparation. So thank you for the great job you do. And for all of you who are watching this series, oh, Karen, go ahead.
Yes. Last word before you end.
Okay.
Give Long Beach City College an opportunity. You won't be disappointed. To all you future athletes out there, come to Long Beach City College. Don't even look at other schools. You will not be disappointed.
And obviously, with all the personality and commitment that we see on this series, they certainly won't be disappointed. So thank you. We will all get through this together. For those of you watching this, stay safe, stay healthy, and maintain your sanity. And always go Vikings.
Go Vikings. Bye-bye.
Bye. Good day.
Have a good day.